Hi, teacher. How are you doing?
Hi, Jose. How are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
All right. Let me share my screen and turn my camera on, please. Just 1 second. All right. I think my internet's a little bit slow. Can you see anything? Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, great. Sorry, I'm getting the internet connection. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Okay, what about now? I changed my internet to another. I don't know what it's called, the repeater, you know, the Wi-Fi modem. I'm not sure. They work better now. All right. Okay, Jose. So I was reviewing the content for this model, and in maybe next week we're going to see the past simple. So to don't confuse you too much with these tenses, let's stop there with the review tenses, you know, present, present simple, that be verb be. And I hope you review a little bit of the past simple verbs that I've sent you, the last 3 exercises. It's just to practice verbs in past tense.
yes, I didn't practice, but I did the exercise
The first
last
one.
night. Yes.
All right. Okay, that's
first.
good. No worries. That's good so far. Whenever you can, though, it will be good if you can practice the verbs, because if I'm not wrong, we're going to see it on Monday. We're going to see past simple on Monday. We're going to see also future and other tenses. But it will be important if you can review that before that, all right? Because you mentioned that it's a little bit, that you need to practice that.
Perfect.
All right, great. So let's start with this topic. I'm just going to share this link so far. I'm not going to explain much about this. I just want to see if you can recognize and understand the difference between one and another. All right? It's
All right.
enough and two. Click on the link, please, and share your screen to practice and see these sentences really quick.
Okay.
All right.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can. Great. Okay. So what do you think? What does your instinct tell you? Which one is it? Enough or two?
Wasn't strong enough. Enough.
Okay. All right.
I have to.
Yes,
okay.
try.
Okay.
All right. Can you read a sentence before you send the answer, please?
He wasn't strong enough to lift that heavy box.
All right. Do you understand the idea of this sentence?
Yes, él no es lo suficientemente fuerte como para alzar esa caja pesada.
All right, great. But remember, we don't translate, right? We don't translate. Just try to imagine the idea. That's all. All right. Let's click on send answer. All right, great. Okay, let's go to the next one.
He didn't work hard to
What do you
pass
think?
the exam. He didn't work hard enough.
All right.
Again, yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay. Good. Let's see the next one.
She's an old.
He isn't all. What do you think?
Yes.
Great. Let's read a sentence, please. Could you go back?
Okay. It is too difficult to do for a little child.
All right, great. Let's go. If there is any word you don't understand, please ask me. All right.
Perfect.
Nice.
I didn't buy the car because it was too expensive.
All right. Let's stop right there. Let's practice this word. It's a common mistake, but it's because. Because.
Because.
Yes. We don't pronounce the U, just is because.
Because. I said because.
Exactly. Yes. That's fine.
I didn't buy the car because it was too expensive.
Excellent. Great. So you can send the answer.
The disco was too noisy, so I left. Noisy.
What is noisy? Do you know the meaning of noisy?
Yes, you have a music or sound high.
All right, something which is high. All right, great. So really quick, we are seeing some examples of the use of these two expressions to talk about quantity. All right, it's another way to talk about quantity. So let me share my screen really quick.
Okay.
All right, can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right, great. So the to and enough can be used with infinitives. You might be or might not familiarized with this word, but infinitive is a way to describe a verb. All right. So no worries if you understand. Basically, this is the verb. All right. This is a way to put the verb. So usually we describe this. We use to plus the adjective. An adjective is a word that describes something, right? In Spanish is adjetivo calificativo. No, we know that describes something. Plus the infinitive. Remember, this is the verb, but in a specific way to use a verb. All right. So let's practice this interaction. I'm going to be Amy. You read Talia, please. All right.
Well, I am Talia.
Yes.
Taylor, please.
That's fine. All right. Josh is having a party tonight. Do you want to go?
I can go. I'm too tired to go.
Excellent. Great. So let's identify really quick the form of this sentence. So to is describing something that is impossible to happen, right? I'm too tired. But imagine the idea. No, it's not just saying I'm tired. It's saying I'm too tired. No, it's more than tired, right? So let me mark this part. Okay, so we have to, right? We're describing something that it's impossible, right? Then the adjective, this is the adjective that is describing, well, how do you feel at that moment, right? And then the infinitive. The infinitive is formed by to plus the base form of the verb. Okay. All right. So it's not just go. It's not saying I'm too tired, go, right? It's using the to. This is an infinitive. This is an example of an infinitive. All right. Another example of infinitive could be any verb. No, when we put to before, right? For example, to eat, or to dance, to drive, any verb, right? We put the to before. That's the infinitive. Okay, is that part clear?
Yes, it's
All right,
clear.
great, excellent. So this, remember, we're using to describe something that it's impossible to do, right? Something that is impossible. Let me clear this up. 1 second. Okay, so obviously this has like a negative meaning, right? It's saying I'm not going because I'm too tired. I'm not just tired, I'm too tired. Again, tired is the adjective, to go is the infinitive, no? And the sentence is I'm too tired to go. Remember, in English, we always put the subject in the beginning, right? If we're talking about someone else, it could be maybe, for example, Amy is too tired to go, or Talia is too tired to go, right?
Right.
Okay, that's the use of to, all right? We're going to write it on the chat so we remember, all right? So we have to plus adjective plus the infinitive, which is, for example, to go, right? Okay. Now, we can also use an adverb. An adjective and an adverb are two words that help us to describe something. An adjective describes a person. For example, tired is describing a person, right? Or a thing, okay, or a group of people, right? An adverb is going to describe an action. So for example, excuse me?
Much, maybe?
One more time, please. I couldn't hear you.
Too much?
Too much? Not exactly. That's describing more quantity than an action. So for example, let's say broken. No, it could describe an action. Or let me rewrite this. Let's an example. Let's see like the example here. So I don't. So here the adverb is late. Let's try to understand the context. All right. I'm going to be Amy, and you will be please. Will be please. Okay. I'll be Amy. I'll say. Did you watch Newsline last night?
No, I got home too late to see it.
Great. So this adverb is not describing a person. It's describing an action, right? I got home too late. No, it's not describing the person. It's not saying I'm late. No, I got home too late. Both adverbs and adjectives describe things. The only difference is that adverbs describe actions, but both of them, sometimes both of them can describe people in action. All right, we're going to practice this, no worries. But just remember, an adverb and an adjective is a word that describes something, that's all. All right, so for example, if it's something easier, will be, I don't know, red is an adjective. We can describe, I don't know, the red car, right? Red is describing something, right? Tired is describing also, it could describe a person. So these words just describe things. No worries about understanding the difference. No, it's just they describe. So the use of to, it's also the same, right? We have to. And let me write on the chat, please. So it's the same. Sorry. My computer gets a little bit weird sometimes, so I'm not sure if you can see my screen because I'm trying to move the tabs. Anyways, that's fine. So the form is the same. No, instead of an adjective, an adverb plus the infinitive. No, just remember adjectives and adverbs are words that describe things. No, late is the adverb and to see is the infinitive, right? Okay, is it clear so far?
It's clear.
Okay, great. So we're just talking about things that are impossible, right? It has a negative meaning. It's too late to see it. It's not just saying I got home late. No, it's too late. It's more than that, but with a negative meaning, right? Because I can't go. No, I can't go. Next.
Okay.
Okay, next. Let me clear this, sorry. Okay. The use of enough is going to describe that something is possible, which is the opposite, right? To have a negative meaning, enough is going to describe something that is possible in this simple form, all right? And it could be used with both, either an adjective or an adverb, right? So let's do an example. I'll be Amy, you will be Talia. For homework, we have to write a story.
That's easy enough to do. I can do that.
Excellent, great. So this meaning is positive, right? It's saying it's easy enough. So it's possible to do it. And then it goes, I can do it, right? So the first use of enough, the use of to is always negative for impossible things. The use of enough in this first example is to show something which is possible, but it could be used also for something that is impossible. All right, it could be used for both, possible and impossible. All right.
Excellent. Yes.
Okay, so basically that's the difference between one and another. So it's easy, right? It's easy enough to. Now there is a difference in the order when we put to and enough, like you've seen in the first exercise we did, right? To goes before the adjective or the adverb, right? Let's see an example. Could you read this one, please?
It's too hard to understand.
Great. So where is the adjective or adverb in this sentence, Jose?
The adjective or adverb is hard.
Excellent, yes. So this is telling us that to is going to go before, all right? So remember that goes before. Not before the adjective or adverb. However, enough goes after the adjective or the adverb. All right, let's see another example. Could you read this, please?
It's easy enough to understand.
Great, excellent. Thank you very much. So in this example, no, easy, it's going, or enough is going before. Oh, sorry. It's going before. So that's basically the, sorry. That's the difference, right? So that could be a quite easy way to see the difference, no? But remembering that to always has a negative meaning, no? And easy could have positive and negative. All right, right now we're just practicing positive.
Perfect.
All right, great. So, would you like to practice some adjectives or adverbs before we start this, or it's clear for you? Because adjectives or adverbs basically are words that describe people, things, big groups of people, places. No, they're different, but basically they describe things. That's all.
Yes, it's really easy to me understand about. But if you want, we can wherever you want. If you would like to practice.
All right.
For me, it's enough.
That's great. All right. Maybe I can send you, there is a video that I usually send my students in regular classes because we obviously have more time, right? The classes are different. The whole logic is totally different than this type of classes. So because we have more time, we practice more. But I can send you later a video where you can recognize the different type of adjectives and adverbs, just so you know, all right?
Perfect.
To recognize them, because to practice all of them is too much. You know, you start learning, you know, step by step. Okay, so let me see, we might have one more slide. All right, so I think that's, so far it's good. All right, let's stop right there. So let me practice, let me send one exercise. All right, which is going to practice the very basic use of these two. And we're going to see something new. Is this one, let me share while I share this to the chat. All right, so we're going to practice with this exercise really quick. I'm sending the same link on the WhatsApp, Zoom chat. No? Now, okay. The use of to, it's also used because it's talking about quantity, no? Usually too much, too many, like you mentioned in one example. Okay. The only difference between these two is about quantity, right? Countable things and uncountable things. I know you know already this part, so we're just going to practice and try to see if you find the logic or we need to practice a bit more, right? But basically, right. Remember the use of to, no? Yes. It's negative, right? Too much, too many is negative. Enough, it could be positive or negative. All right. Wonderful. So could you share your screen, please? Yeah. Great. Yes. All right. Let's start with the first one. So what do you think? Which one is it? Too many, too much, or enough?
It's two. You eat too fast food. You use. Sorry, I will read. So you eat. You should cook more at home. Okay. I don't know. You eat too.
So what do you think?
Too much fast food. You eat too much fast food. You should cook more at home.
All right, great. Let's see the next one. Too many time playing video games. All right. So what do you think? Time is countable or uncountable?
Time is countable or isn't it?
What do you think? It's countable?
Too many time, too much time. Well, hours is countable, but time is too much time. Yes.
Yes. Usually, we can recognize something countable and uncountable, making sure or finding if we can use that thing for the plural. For example, times as itself, it's incorrect, right? Times is incorrect. It's like tiempos. It means something else, no, in other contexts. But if we use, we need the container, right? For example, it's not the same saying 3 bags of fast food that just saying fast food, because it's not fast foods or fast foods, right? It doesn't have a plural, so it's much. In this example, we don't have a container, it's just time. The boy that spent too much time, right? Because you can't count it. If you will say hours or minutes, yes, or days, no, the container, it will be many.
With your example is really clear right now.
All right, let's do the next one, please.
you shouldn't watch too many movies because it's countable. Yes.
Great.
My coffee.
No worries.
We have too many eggs to bake a cake.
All right, we have.
Too many eggs.
All
this
right.
coffee is too hot.
All right, let's wait 1 second right there. In number 3, remember, it's not just T-O. Number 3 also is missing one O. Number 3.
Number 2, maybe in number 3.
Right. All right.
Yes. This coffee is hot. This coffee is hot enough.
All right. Now, because of the order, it's easy to recognize, right?
Yes.
But remember, enough in this first part, we're seeing a positive meaning. Pay attention to number 4. Is it positive or negative meaning?
Too many. It's positive.
Right? So is it too many or should be other thing? What do you think?
We have enough. Maybe we have enough eggs to bake a cake. We have more set amount is better.
Right, because it has a positive meaning, right? I don't think
enough eggs to bake a cake.
Right.
And another, we have too many eggs. Yes, it's better.
Okay, maybe we can put both then. You can put a slash and then we can write the other two, because depending on the context, it could be also that correct. All right, great.
I forget two.
That's fine. Number 7.
There are apples on the table. There are, well, the same.
Right?
There are too many apples, or enough apples in the table. Depending the context.
The context, that's right. Number 8, what do you think?
Do you think I drink? Do you think I drink too much coffee in the morning, or enough coffee? Maybe depending of the context too, or
it could be. It could be. I will just leave it too much, but yes, no, some people like to drink a lot of coffee, so that's fine. Number 9.
For me, it's not enough ever.
Right? Yes, never is enough.
And there is bread for dinner. Please buy some. There is enough bread for dinner. Please buy some more. What is bread?
The meaning of
the meaning of bread?
Bread.
Bread.
Bread. No, we eat that usually for
French bread.
Just bread.
Oh, okay. French bread. French bread. Maybe.
Not just French, it could be any type of bread because it's general.
Okay.
If you want to be more specific, French bread, it's correct. In this example, French will be the adjective of bread. Or you can say, I don't know, what type of bread? I know, Mexican bread or Bolivian bread. No, it becomes an adjective.
Okay. No, I forget what the meaning of bread. So.
Oh, pan.
Pan.
That's
Por eso decía, like French bread.
Yeah. I think it's French toast though, but I'm not sure. I've never heard French bread. French toast, I've heard from that expression. Yeah, French bread like that. Maybe those, I don't know what they're called.
It's like marraqueta in La Paz, maybe. Have you ever heard about it? The marraqueta in La Paz?
Yeah.
It's like this. Well, here in Santa Cruz, the French bread is just like marraqueta.
Okay, great. Right. All right. Let's see, number 10.
My dad smoked. Issue was smokeless. My dad smoked too much. I think there is too much ketchup. Too much ketchup on my French fries. Do you want more cereal? Not thanks. This is enough.
All right.
Maybe this is too much, maybe, or enough is well. I don't eat. No one eats enough vegetables. Enough, okay. I don't eat enough. No. I have a stomach
ache.
I have a stomach.
It's a stomach ache. That last part, no, A-C-H-E, no, that H, no, is ache. Stomach ache.
Stomach ache.
Ache.
Stomach ache. I ate too much meat.
Nice.
She isn't old enough to drink alcohol.
Great.
Wear a sweater, please. Wear a sweater, please. It's too much cold.
But find the 16. What is cold?
Cold. Cold is cold.
Right? It's an adjective.
The opposite of hot.
Yes.
Is an adjective.
So,
yeah.
So we don't count adjectives. We cannot say tyrants or reds. No, it's incorrect. So we don't need the much or the many. It should be just two. Like in this,
too much
right?
cold. Yes. Too cold. It's okay. I have to be more alert.
No worries. But we're practicing. But you can click whenever you want.
Comprobar mi respuesta.
Yes, you will get the score right there. Great. So everything looks good. Number 8, let me review. Number 8, it was too much. What did you put?
Too much.
Too much?
Yes, maybe it erased
The space.
I erased. De repente
Yeah.
se borró. Maybe.
Yeah, the first one is just too much. No, maybe there was a typo. Oh, it's missing an O. No?
Yes,
And
yes.
in number 8 is just
It's just one.
Just one, right? In number 8, which one is it? Enough or too much?
Do you think I drink too much coffee in the morning?
Yes.
Too much. Yes. Because enough is just for me.
All right. Yes. All right. Give me 1 second, please. I'm trying to. I am in my other internet account, and it's not letting me download or check these pages because it put me in my other internet. So give me 1 second, please. I'm going to change it. It might get low. It might get that I'm not in the call. Just 1 second, please, because it's very
Don't worry.
slow. 1 second.
Don't worry.
All right, I think I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, great. So give me just 1 second until this loads because it got frozen. Sorry, sometimes that happens because of the internet. All right. Should work now. All right, sorry. Yeah, it's frozen. Okay, let's practice other thing then because I wanted to play a Kahoot game, but it's not working. All right. Let me share this other exercise and let's see if it works. Yes. All right. So as you can see, it's not very difficult.
No, it's not difficult.
Topic, right? It's just something to recognize because sometimes when we don't understand, we can use it incorrectly, right? So could you click on the link, please? You might have, yes, you have the permission. Okay. And let's review this last exercise, please. Thank you.
Teacher, in the end of the class, we can review the last night exercise, please. I have one question because I went to the final and I find the quiz, but I didn't make it. So I want to see. I want that you see the quiz if I am okay or not.
All right, all right. At the end of the class, I will log in the page and let's see what happened. All right. Could you share your screen, please? Let's see if we can see.
Perfect.
All right, great.
You can see it.
Thank you. Nice. All right, so which one is it? Let's read the sentence and then fill it with the correct answer.
You can wear these shoes. You feel fit are not big.
All right.
You can wear these shoes. Your feet are too big. Oh, what happened?
Oh, what happened?
You can wear these shoes. Your feet are.
Oh, no, it's a typo. It's correct. 2 is correct.
2 is correct.
Yes, it's correct. Oh, I don't know what happened. Sorry about that.
I don't know. What?
Yeah, but it's correct. It's correct.
I would like to bigger sandwiches. This sandwich is I would like 2 bigger sandwich. This sandwich is too small.
All right.
Oh.
Now it's correct. Yeah, I was getting
I can buy this shampoo. It isn't cheap.
All right.
Isn't
Great.
cheap. This snake isn't a good pet. It's too dangerous. Yes. I can carry this table. I am not strong enough.
Very good.
I'm not as older. What? I'm not as old as my friend. This car is too fast as this one. This car is as fast as this one. Okay. As fast as this one.
Yeah, it's just a comparison.
Yes.
As this as.
My tea isn't hot enough. Okay.
Nice. Very good.
Is this camera expensive as that one? When you have us, you have to have us after and before. That
Yes.
That isn't as short as me. It's taller. That no es tan alto. No es tan bajo. Isn't as short as me. Okay.
All right. Well, so what do you think?
Very well. The first, I don't know why, but the system.
Yeah, I know it's not really that complicated. It's just that sometimes, let me share my screen 1 second, please. The context makes you doubt a little bit, right? But it's just practice. All right. So before we start the next topic, I need you to review the verbs. All right. So I know maybe you can try practicing the other exercises that I send you to practice the past simple, right? But for this topic, we need to practice the past participle. So the past participle is just another form of the verb, no? And we use it usually for perfect tenses, all right? The perfect way or perfect tense for present, past, etc. is when we say in Spanish, for example, a, or an, right? For example, just one simple example. Yo he comido o yo he desayunado café con huevos esta mañana. Ese yo he, han, hemos, etc. is the perfect tense in English, all right? And to use this tense, we need to learn and recognize the past participle verb for regular and irregular verbs, all right? I'm going to, because we don't have too much time, I'm going to send this to you so we can practice and then review a little bit of this tomorrow, all right? If there is any doubt, just remember that for regular verbs, the past participle and the past simple is the same, right? So if the past simple of play is played, the past participle is also the same. That's for regular verbs. That's the rule.
Okay, past participle is the same that
Past
past simple.
for regular verbs.
Past simple. Okay.
And for irregular verbs, no? For irregular verbs, it's different, right? It's going to change. Past simple is was aware, right? Past participle is going to change, right? It's been.
Be okay.
Same thing here. Past simple of have is had. Past participle, do you know? Is
Perfect.
Is it? No? So anyways, I'm going to send this in a moment to you. Now let me explain really quick this topic, okay?
Okay.
And then we'll review my English lab, all right? So we're going to see the present perfect. All right, we've seen already present simple of be, present simple just for any verb, right? And present continuous. Now present perfect. So those are all the tenses for present, right? We're talking about the present. Now this tense, like I mentioned, uses this a, e, an, hemos, right? That's the perfect. That an or e, for example, yo he comido, blah, blah, blah. It's have. In present is have, all right? So we use this to talk about something that happened at some time in the past. I know it's called present perfect, but it's to talk about something that happened at some point in the past, but we're not being specific, all right? Okay. So for example, usually this is used to talk about experience, usually. So let's use some examples. Could you read this sentence, please?
One of Nick's teammates has framed him. What is the meaning of framed?
Frame, when someone puts you in a situation where maybe you can't escape, maybe they trick you to do something. They trick you, yes. Do you know the meaning of trick?
Okay.
No, they...
Frame.
Yes, I don't know how to explain the word, but it means that you're in a situation where you can't get out, right? They trick you to do something. Now, why here it's has? If here in the form is telling us have. Because, all right, because he, well, let's put the same color, right? Because he, she, and it uses has, right? And the rest is it's always the rule, right? He, she, it usually has something different. This is not an example, different situation, right? He, she, it uses has, and the rest of the subjects uses have. So what is the rest of the subjects, Jose? For have.
For
that uses have. We know that have is not for he, she, it. What are the other subjects? For example,
okay.
What are the subjects?
I, they, I, and they, and we.
All right. And what about you?
And you too.
Right. Remember, this you is for you singular or you plural, right?
Right.
So remember, have, I, you, we, they, and has, he, she, it, right? But we're describing something that happened, but we don't know when in the past. All right, it just happened. So as I had mentioned, this is usually to describe maybe an experience, an event. So
teacher, the present perfect we use where something happened and over. It's not like when I say I have been working, for example. It's something that is happening in the past but continue happening in the present. It's different.
Not necessarily. It could still happen until now. All right. But that's used with a specific time expression for this tense. All right. This is the simple way of present perfect. It happened in the past, but we don't mention the specific time. But it could be over or no, or it could happen again. All right. That's why usually this is described to use used to describe, sorry, experiences. For example, you mentioned yesterday that you travel, right? Where did you travel?
I have traveled to Montero. Montero.
Yeah, Montero. All right.
Montero.
Okay. So this, it's an experience, right? It happened, but it could happen more than once, right? Maybe you travel there 5 times or 10 times, right? And maybe you're going to continue traveling. It's over, but it could have happened more than once. It's something general, right?
Okay.
We can or not mention the specific time, but in this sense, it's not important. We don't care when it happened. We're just describing, oh, he traveled to Montero.
I have traveled, okay.
He has traveled, right?
And all always right. The verb is in past.
Past participle. Regular verbs is the same as past simple. Irregular verbs changes, right? Now, one thing which is important to mention in this point is sorry, what is the word? Contractions. So for example, this is something important that is not always explained, but I'm going to finish with this. When you start talking about something, a person, a thing, you can use the name the first time. So for example, I can say my mom has cooked, I don't know.
That's good. Arabian food. Well, yes.
Just describing something, right?
No sushi.
I'm just saying my mom, her name, I can say Lourdes has cooked. The second time, I think it's my internet, right?
I listen very well.
Okay, great. So the second time I'm describing my mom, I can say she. I don't need to say my mom has cooked, my mom this, my mom, right? The second time I can use she. Now remember the contractions can be used with the subject on the base form, right? She, so I can say she's, that has comes from apostrophe S. She's traveled to, I don't know, to Chile, right? I'm just describing experiences for her. It's the same for you. So here we have Jose has traveled to Montero, right? Then I can say, I don't know what else can you describe that you've done in this
I have play football.
Okay, he's play, right?
Okay.
So I'm describing, I'm using the contraction. The first time the name or title or whatever you want, and the second time and over later on, you use the subject. He, she, they, blah, 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 right? But remember, in English, we always use contractions, always. So remember to whenever, if there is an opportunity to use a contraction, we use it. All right? For example, his. This comes from he has played, or she has traveled, right? So I don't think we have a lot of time now, but just a really quick pantallazo of what is the present perfect. For tomorrow, I need you to practice the verbs, right?
One question. What is the different? I don't know if I okay, but I want to know the difference, or if I can do a contraction when he is and he has. You know what I mean? Also, I can do a contraction with his. He put he apostrophe s. Se colgó.
Era, de hecho, acabo de ver y habían sido 180, ni siquiera 190. Al tiro no.
Le explico, lo que pasa es que el depósito quiere 41.000 pesos, pero 190 dólares solo llegan a 100 y algo, entonces faltaría 100. Entonces yo le dije que anoche consultaron, le dieron 190 dólares, me mandaron los 190 dólares y no, es que yo peso, pero no, pues, es lo que nosotros no llega, o sea, en todo caso, no sé, no le dijeron que el 41.000 pesos y me mandaron el gobierno, que no quiero, entonces no, es así. Entonces, yo digo,
No, claro, David va a disculpar, sí, la verdad que pasa que le dijeron 180, de hecho, ni siquiera 190, que quedaron en dólares, pero a ver, voy a ver que lo solucionen. Como yo no lo estoy viendo directo, en mi primo el que está en Argentina con la gente por allá, complicado, ¿no? Va a disculpar, David, la molestia. Ahorita lo vamos a solucionar, no se preocupe. Muchas gracias, mano. Hola, amigo. No, terminaron. Bien, bien, gracias a Dios. Good meeting and meeting for all.